What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, alongside
Rich Homie Sean, High Performance Nutrition.
Duracap Labs. I saw this article, it was in Price Plow. The thing is, people used to do shady stuff, shady shit, under the guise of S-Corps and under the guise of LLCs. Duracap Labs is being taken down, indicted by the U.S. government, and also being sued by High-Tech Pharmaceuticals, who also owns a bunch of other companies. I don't know if we're allowed to say who they own.
No, the first question is, who is Duracap Labs? What do they do?
They're a manufacturer. They're not NSF. We looked through their website. They're basically, they say they're FDA approved. To get FDA registration, we both have it. It's literally an online, and we're not a manufacturer.
They don't say they're FDA approved. They're
FDA registered,
yeah.
Which basically you fill out an online form and the FDA knows you exist. However, in their case, probably not a good thing. They knew they existed. Now, so they're being indicted. Now, I'm reading this. This is from Price Plow. I'm going to put the article down below. Benny Masika and John Wesley Hauser IV. That's a good fucking name.
If I could choose a name, I would choose that.
So they're being indicted in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Georgia by a federal grand jury and U.S. attorney with the following: conspiracy, distribution of controlled substance, 2 counts, introducing misbranded drugs into interstate commerce, and money laundering. I'm not going to mention all the brands, but basically they were selling 2 products that contain methastrone. You might know that as Superdrol, the liver killer. One of the products is called Mass Destruction. It's a good name.
It's destruction of your mass?
No, it's like mass weapons of mass destruction, I think is what they were going for. They also, let's see, and so they were sued by High-Tech, who also mentioned in the suit that they were doing SARMs. Now, the SARM connection, as I'm reading this, here's the thing about them being indicted personally for SARMs. There is no statute of limitations that has been met yet. And let's say Blackstone, and I like Black, I'm not talking shit about Blackstone and all the other companies selling SARMs. Now, if they go after these guys selling SARMs, because it's a drug, what happens is that opens the door. We might see
It's actually not even a drug, it's a research chemical.
Yeah, we might see some large people getting indicted.
Yeah.
Some large companies, well-known individuals, companies you might know very well.
There's a little more to this story.
Yeah.
Because Duracap is not only a manufacturer of this particular mass destruction bullshit product.
Some companies,
they make other products too, and we're not naming those companies, but you can do the research and figure out some very well-known companies manufacture here, and you can take very easily the step to venture to guess that if they're willing to use undeclared ingredients, use ingredients that are not dietary supplement ingredients, break and bend and misshape the rules to whatever they desired for these products, they would do it for any and all products.
These guys were making a large portion of the SARMs. And now, I've asked Sean this many times because I only deal with NSF Labs. We're both NSF approved, NSF certified manufacturers. That's what we do. That means that not only are the ingredients tested going in, but the rigorous testing they do, they couldn't make SARMs if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't go to any manufacturer and say, hey, yo, I want some Ostarine. It wouldn't happen because that would be their ass on the line. And that's why I personally think you're better off using companies like us. Like, if you own your manufacturing facility, and we've known there's a large protein company who actually, they had to shut down their plant and use a third party, but you tend to be able to do things against the rules. Let's say if let's say times is tough, you know what I mean? But we couldn't do that even if times were tough, because our guys would not take that risk because they're legit manufacturers.
Yeah, it's not worth the risk for them because they have tens and hundreds of millions of dollars riding on this, and they're not going to adulterate a product or underdose a protein or any kind of active ingredients just for your profit margins.
No,
real manufacturers wouldn't do that.
So the thing about this is, the take home is that all these SARM things, now here's the reason I want to get to this. I do videos about SARMs that they're not made in safe places. If this company was putting adulterants in products, do you trust the pills you're taking that they're making for these companies? If a company like this will bend the rules, where's the line drawn? Like we said before in the protein spiking scandal, but their creatine's fine. If they're willing to do what they did to you to rip you off on protein, do you think they're gonna be, every other product, they're just making that fine? You know what I mean? It's like once you cross that ethical line, I don't think you could ever trust those motherfuckers again.
There's two lines. There's the ethical line, and then there's the responsibility and knowledge line.
And the legal line.
If you're buying products from someone who their expertise is not in manufacturing, they're a personality type of brand, and they don't have some kind of relationship with someone who is an expert in manufacturing, like Marc or myself, or people like Doug Miller, who really, this is their life's work, is manufacturing excellent products. They really don't even fucking know. They have no idea what's going on. They may be completely ignorant to how the products are made, what's being put in or not put in them, and all the things that are being done wrong behind the scenes. They're just lending their name to the topic.
At the end of the day, if you're consuming something, you need to trust where it comes from. And this article sheds light on that, and I think it also opens up the whole SARM issue. But the big issue, which I'm sure you guys might not care about, is that the government is not just going after companies now. They're going after these people personally.
Yeah.
So you can't just hide under the guise of... But anyway, go with companies you trust. Obviously, I'm going to mention like Optimum. Glanbia is a multi-billion-dollar company. They're going to meet label claim. You know, MTS, HPN, Core, brands like that, you know, they're going to meet label claim. You know what I mean? And that's what you need to look for. This is just something I want you guys to see because it hits so many angles between SARMs, the personal indictments of these people, and the fact that, you know, they're going out. I mean, there's so many things going on in this.
Yeah.
And the fact that it also throws in the light that if these guys are making SARMs, they're making things for other people. Can you really trust anything that these companies made at this manufacturing plant?
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no as well. Enjoy the article. It's down below. Props to Mike at Price Pop for breaking this story. It's not a game.